what? My dad, Jack, makes an amazing spinach, and I'm going to pass this on to y'all because it couldn't be simpler. You don't even need to write this down.
And you guys, just so you know, we're talking about the best lettuces.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
what they're used for. And I said, I don't really love a spinach generally, but I do think spinach is supreme in a smoothie. It's really the only one that's going to grind up.
Because it grinds up.
Yeah.
Because it grind. You can grind on that.
Grinding on that, swerving on that.
Mm-hmm. I think, but what you're going to do is you're going to take a frozen block of spinach. Like, like back in the day, like the blocks of spinach.
Yes, I
Does
just
that
had
take
a
you back
flashback.
to the 80s or 90s? Right.
Oh my gosh, the frozen block.
Just a frozen block of spinach.
They're
like in bags and stuff. But remember, it was like a frozen. Yes, they still sell them like that.
A brick of spinach.
A brick of spinach. You got it. And so my dad would take that. He'd put it in just a tiny saucepan.
Okay.
Take that brick of spinach, put it in the saucepan, put the lid on it, turn it on, let's say medium low.
Yeah.
Medium low.
We're just trying to melt.
We're just trying to melt the frozen off of it.
Okay.
And then once that's done, if it's really watery, go ahead and drain a little bit of it. But you don't have to drain the whole thing.
Yeah.
If it's not super watery, then just leave it as is. Then you're going to take a little bit of white vinegar. You're going to pour that in there. Let's say a couple tablespoons of white vinegar.
Okay.
Then you're going to take your just cheap Parmesan, like in the jar.
Yes.
The plastic.
The Kraft Parmesan.
Yes, just like the Kraft Parmesan.
Yes.
The finely ground. And you're going to shake that on top till there's a nice layer.
Okay.
And then you put the lid back on and you wait until that melts. And I'm telling you, Guy.
That's it?
That side dish of spinach slaps so hard. So hard. Now, I don't know if you get what I get, but when I eat spinach, my teeth have never felt squeaky or clean.
That's
do they make
true.
your teeth feel squeaky
yes,
clean?
Yes, they do feel squeaky clean.
So when I eat that, the combination of the vinegar and the spinach already naturally doing it.
The vinegar.
You can hear like on my teeth. As soon as I'm done eating, I'm like,
it's like a windshield wiper.
It is. You can really hear it, but it's a really good, simple side dish, and you're getting all those antioxidants because spinach is so good for you.
Do you think that people in days gone by like used spinach to brush their teeth?
I think about it. Maybe I've never felt cleaner. My teeth have never. I'm like, I won't even brush tonight. Just kidding. I brush every night.
Yeah. But still, I love. I've told y'all that I would have loved to have been like the apothecary woman, like the woman that has like the tinctures and the medicinals and like the skin salves.
You would have been the Dr. Quinn medicine woman.
Yes, I would have really loved to be that person. And I wonder, maybe spinach for the teeth.
We could look it up.
We don't want spinach in our teeth.
No, and maybe that's funny.
That's funny.
That's funny because it's funny. That spinach cleans your teeth, but you don't want it in there.
But y'all, I'm supposed to avoid spinach. It's on my list of foods that Dr. Jorge had said.
Yeah, that's how we got into
That's
this,
how we got in. That he said, avoid. Peanuts, halibut, red wine, things I would have never, ever in a million years thought. But I feel that my gut and my body has improved from it. So
then it could be that. It could be the 28 supplements. It could be anything. We just don't know what it could possibly be due to because there's so much going in. I did love Leanna's text to us.
Wait.
Text to us,
What did she say?
She said she gave us ideas on what we need to be doing.
She did. Yes,
Everyone has been actually so helpful ever
since
since our APB
breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fever dream.
Yeah. The public declaration of help us, please, God.
My sister, too, reached out to me and she said she wants to analyze the data.
Okay.
While she's here for Christmas.
Apparently, I say data funny.
Yeah. Well, somebody said that. I love the way.
Data.
Were you saying data?
Data. Daytona. I don't know.
Ah.
But I guess I say it funny. And it does depend on the sentence. It's another one of those words.
Data.
Where it can go data, route.
Yes.
And Caribbean. I mean, it's the same thing.
Correct and correct.
Right. Obviously, we've just changed that completely. But I guess I say something's funny, and that's true. I do.
Yeah, you do.
I do say something. Speaking of funny, let's talk about our sweaters.
Oh my gosh. Guys, this is...
What you got?
I don't want to say it's Christmas week, but it is the week before Christmas. So we're all in the grind.
Yeah. Not in the spirit, but in the grind. I didn't know how you were going to finish that.
That is how I feel.
That's accurate for you.
It says Mary whatever.
Mary whatever.
Mary whatever. And there's a cat on it with a jingle bell.
It's a Russian blue.
It's a Russian blue.
It's like my voice.
And every time, so I've been walking around with this morning.
What does Lucky think about it?
I keep thinking that it is Lucky
Yeah.
following me. I'm like, no, it's me following me.
Yeah, it's
my
just
ghosts.
you.
It's my past.
Yeah, it's the past, and it's in front of you, so it's actually the future too.
It's the future.
And it's your present because it's on your body.
Can the future chase you? Can your future self chase you?
Yes, it can. And let me explain why. And I was talking to Bella about this last night, by the way.
Ooh.
She's home.
Oh, yay.
She's home for Christmas
Bella.
break. I'm so happy. But she's very concerned about, because she had this project of, what do you want to do when you graduate? And look for your future jobs and see what they pay and where you're going to have to live and all that. And it's supposed to be helpful, right?
Yeah.
Well, instead, it like crippled her with anxiety of like, oh my gosh, it looks like I really have to go to New York City. And I don't really think I want to live in New York City. And so I was just trying to say to her, like, honey, I understand that this is part of your project and you do have to know some of these things, but nothing in life is permanent. And there's so much that could happen in the next 3.5 years. So much could change with just the industry in itself.
Yes.
Technology.
Yes.
Remote working or whatever. Like, I don't think you need to be thinking so far ahead that it is making you nervous, that it is
No.
that it's giving you anxiety. So in that way, yeah, I think your future can chase you because it's this thing that's looming. I've talked about it with Wyoming. It's like, I'm not going to sit around and be like, 2 years and 7 months, 2 years and 6 months, 2 years and 5 months, thinking of this like move to Wyoming when anything could happen in the next 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Life is not promised.
And that land could end up being worth so much money that y'all have no choice
Maybe
but to sell
Yellowstone
it.
wants to come and buy it. And they want to run the movie set or TV. I don't know what it is. TV set on it. Whatever. It's just not something that I'm going to view as this looming thing. Life isn't, tomorrow's not promised. What am I going to do? Sit here, worry about it in Matthews on a Friday? What's happening in 2.5 years? I don't care enough to do that. I just don't want my today to be burdened by
my tomorrow.
Unburdened by what has been and falling out of coconut trees. I'm not going to do it. So I'm like, I've tried to live my life in this way for my kids to see.
Yeah,
you modeled this behavior.
You are more of a in the moment, fly by the seat of your pants kind of girly.
I love that.
And it's, I think there's a balance between like, yes, looking to the future. As a freshman, giving them that task, I think for certain personality types, that is going to feel like a lot. And kind of overwhelming for someone like Bella.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like maybe someone should have said that to me. Like, hey, what are you going to do with this design degree?
Right. I understand
where you going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if a kid, I feel like this is such, and maybe that's the point, but it's such a specialized small program.
It is, yeah.
That it's like, it's usually filled with the kids who have been wanting to do this their whole life. This is all they've dreamed about. It's what they want to do. It's what they're going to do. And that's her. So it's like, do we also need to be like, are you sure? Are you sure?
I know.
Are you sure? Let's just let them get
She just
the
got
first
there.
couple months. It's just, I'm like, you were just accepted. We just moved you in IKEA bags. Can we take a beat? Can we have that? NC State.
Let's just be excited about it, not fret.
Let's not kill their dreams when they've just gotten started.
I think, too, something Bella should think about is that while industry might change and whatever could change around her location, she might stumble upon something over the next 3.5 years that lights her fire.
And it reveals itself.
Yes. She might find something that is... It has to do with just textile design, right? And there's a lot of that here in North Carolina.
Tons.
So I don't know. She really shouldn't fret. Anything could happen.
There's so much here. The textile industry is huge in North Carolina.
So her future self, just back off.
Back off. That's what I'm saying. Your
Get
future
off my
is trying
job.
to chase you, and it doesn't need to. Let's what in the past be past. Tackle day by day. Yeah, we can look ahead a little bit, but it doesn't need to be something that just absolutely paralyzes us.
And I think you and I definitely, and we've spoken about this, where like we do know that we are on borrowed time.
Absolutely. We've been on borrowed time for years.
We've been on borrowed time for years. So it feels like each day is a gift and it could all end at any moment.
I mean, truly, we're all on borrowed time since the day we're born. Oh, guess what I watched?
What?
I have 40 more minutes and I'm riveted.
What?
Okay, so guess what? Radio marketing does work. I know we were joking about newspaper marketing and the big red marker.
Yeah.
But radio marketing does work, especially on me. So I'm listening to 102.9 right now, or 104.7, whichever one is.
Yes.
They're both playing holiday music.
And we're flip-flopping back and forth.
And we're just going back and forth.
But sometimes they're both on commercial.
Correct.
That gets a wow from me.
It's definitely a wow. And from the moment Lily and I got in the car this morning to drive to school till I pulled into Myers Park, not one song had been played. Not one note of a song had been played. That was 12 and a half minutes.
Do better. I need those two to actually talk to each other. Can we communicate?
Yes.
We don't need those last 10 minutes of every single hour to be commercials on both stations.
And who says, and I understand, I think that this just came to me right this second when you said that.
Yes.
I'm like, why is it always then? You know why?
Why?
Everybody's due to work at 7, 8, 9. So everyone is in their cars and pulling into that parking space at 7:59.
That's exactly.
So they are marketing. They are getting all of those ads when they think that people are in the car the most.
Can one not bump it back by 10? Could we not do a 9:40 to 9:50?
These schools are starting at 7:15.
Yeah.
I would really like a 7:01 to 7:12.
Please.
Actually, Lily likes to get everywhere super duper early. Couldn't be my child. Definitely Joshua Miller's. And so you can get there as early as 6:45. So we are getting in the car at 6:30. I would like the 6:30 to 6:45 moment of music. Instead, I'm getting a note.
No.
It's name that tune up in here.
No.
I would like to hear 3 or 4 songs, please.
Because this is when we are taking our children to school. We want to be able to hear that. When I took...
Don't you want to start the school day?
I took the
with
boys
a jingle?
and we listened to 102.9. And it was Christmas music the whole time. So let me think about what time I drove. I drove from 7:31 to 7:44.
That's the magic time.
And it was all Christmas music on 102.9. Okay. Don't hold my feet to the fire on some of these other stations, you guys.
Well, it's good to know. Anyway.
Okay. So the marketing, the commercial worked.
So as much as I'm bitching about it, the commercial did work. The commercial did work because they are running a commercial about the movie Mary. Have you heard these promotions?
Yes.
Okay. So it's the story of Mary, which we know that she birthed the son, Jesus.
Yeah.
But what do you know about her?
Yeah, we need the backstory.
What do you know about her?
Is it set in back in the day or modern time?
Back in the day. It's Giving Chosen.
Oh, yeah, I love Chosen.
Okay, so it's Giving Chosen where, they're in the desert and the sets look hyper realistic and we're in the temple and everything. It tells the story of her mother getting pregnant with her. Her and her father. So Mary's mom and dad, this is what I've learned. Mary's mom and dad she was barren. She could not have a baby. So Mary almost didn't exist.
I did not know this.
So dad is doing a 40-day fast in the desert. Mary's father is doing a 40-day fast in the desert while her mother is back at home doing a prayer vigil.
Oh my gosh.
Dad is what is the word? He is not confronted by Angel Gabriel, but he is presented like Angel Gabriel appears. Okay.
Yeah.
Angel Gabriel, but it was a C word I was trying to come up with. Anyway, Angel Gabriel appears to her father in the desert.
Yeah.
And is like, you will have a child and she will be special and she will be sacrificial. So just know you will have her, but she will be on borrowed time to the Lord.
Yeah.
To the Lord. So he goes home so excited. His wife has also been
given a vision or been,
Angel Gabriel came to her too.
Been visited.
Yep. And so shortly thereafter, they get pregnant with Mary. And Angel Gabriel appears throughout her childhood. And eventually he appears and the mother knows right away it's time to go give her to the temple. And so they walk her there. She's probably like 10, 11, or 12. And they have to say goodbye to her. This is it.
What?
Yeah.
Is this all real?
Well, I don't know.
Like, is this, guys, I've never deep dived Mary.
That's what I'm saying. Who has?
Wait a minute.
And is this in the Bible? I don't know. Because again, being raised Catholic, we just knew, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. We know that
is this why
special.
Catholics really are into Mary? Like,
we're very into Mary.
All of this backstory has been verified, because we know people in biblical times, like, they were real and they can be verified outside of the Bible, right?
Yes.
Like, in the history books. Is this why the Catholics just really
Well, I just think that
love Mary?
Even if this whole backstory is not, the fact that Catholics love Mary is because she was sacrificial. She was willing to be an unwed woman in those times and said, I will carry the Savior. I will carry the Son of God. Like the immense pressure that has, again, as an unmarried woman, where you would have been stoned to death if you were pregnant outside of marriage. And she said, I'm a virgin and I will still do this because it has been my calling.
Wow.
That's why Catholics were like, we want to be sacrificial like Mary.
Yeah.
The point is that when the Lord comes to you and says, I have a calling for you, you are supposed to say yes. And so that's why we revere Mary. She's the mother of Jesus.
And this is, just so appropriate time. We're coming up on Christmas.
That's why it was released Netflix at this moment.
Okay, first of all, way to go, Netflix. And way to go, even the local radio station being like, hey, y'all should go watch this movie.
I thought it was very interesting. That's what piqued my interest, Piqueta. That's what piqued my interest. So I go home. I literally pull in the driveway from taking her, listening to this, and I click on Netflix at 6:59, and I'm like, I'm going to watch the story of Mary. I'm so intrigued. So she ends up, right now I'm at the part where she and Joseph are about to have Jesus. Like she's about to have him. But the amount of strife that this woman went through, not when she went to the temple, Lucifer is trying to lure her away. And she is so steadfast in her faith. Angel Gabriel appears, says, you will be pregnant. And she had not been married to Joseph yet. They had just been engaged. And so then there's a hunt for her. Once they're like, she's an unwed woman who's pregnant, they were trying to kill her the entire time. She had to keep hiding out, running away. And Joseph stood by her, even though he didn't understand. He's like, I do not understand why.
Joseph's a good guy.
Well, Joseph had Angel Gabriel appear to him too.
That's right. But he's
a good man.
He is a good man.
He is a good man.
So shout out to you guy, Joe Van Gosbeck, for being named Joseph.
Yep. Well, it's pretty incredible. I'm really enjoying it.
Good. Okay, I'm going to have to watch this. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's on Netflix and it's called Mary. And it's beautiful.
When you first said Mary, I thought Merry. Oh, I
no.
thought that's what you were going, where we were going.
No, but there probably is like a Hallmark movie named Mary.
Oh, for sure.
And
or
like
it's a
her name.
woman named Mary.
And it's cute.
Yeah.
No, this is the story of Jesus' mom.
That's awesome.
And it was really interesting for me because they were all praying to God before this all even happened. And so I guess I thought Jesus and God, that the Holy Trinity all kind of goes together.
Yeah.
And that that God doesn't exist without Jesus. But everyone was praying to God before, and you had faith in God before Jesus even appeared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, that.
Yeah.
For about 20 minutes, I was like, huh?
Yes. Well, how? But see, now we're talking like what Jews believe now versus what Christians believe. And now it's two different things because the Jews still don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God. They're actually still waiting on the Messiah. So they have all along, Jews from the beginning have been praying to Father God, send the Savior. And so now we have the Christian church that recognizes like, well, that was Jesus and he did come and he resurrected and now he's in heaven.
But who started God? Who started? Who started? Who knew to say this is what we pray to and this is what we call him? And people just knew that. Like,
yeah, I mean that if you go to Genesis, that is where it starts there. It starts in the garden, and then they're kicked out, and they are out of sync with God, but God is still there. Now we're going into Abraham. He's praying to God. He almost sacrifices Isaac on the mountaintop to prove his faith. He and his brother are doing amazing things in the name of God. They're defeating armies. Like all along, God has been present since the beginning. Since human beings have existed, God has been in step with them.
Who was the first person to be like, G-O-D is how we're spelling this.
Oh.
This is what we're saying.
I think, no.
And how do we all know that?
Yeah, they used different names, and this has been translated over time. And so somebody like a Jen Davis, you want to chime in? She would know. She has studied that kind of thing. My friend Chris He actually doesn't even use the word God. He uses a different word when he refers to
like Yahshua or like one of those Yahshua, Yahweh.
Because that is what they were actually saying, but we have translated that, over many, 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 many years. So,
all right. Well, just know my brain was pew, 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 pinging all over the place, left me with more questions than less, as everything in religion does for me. That's my journey. But I do find it absolutely fascinating, and it's beautifully done no matter what. I mean, literally no matter what you think or feel or
whatever, it's just beautifully done. It looks historically accurate.
Done, historically accurate. Yeah. And if it's all true, gosh, Mary. What a gal. What a gal. What a gal. What a gal. And, I've always been praying to her. Our rosary includes Hail Mary.
I know.
I mean, we really view Mary as a really big deal.
It's a very big deal in the Catholic. And
I hope I've explained why. Because, why shouldn't she be? Who else? It takes an incredibly faithful, faith-filled woman in that time to say, I am a virgin and I have kept myself pure and I have given my entire life over to God, knowing I've been on borrowed time. And even though I'm engaged to this man, I'm not married to him yet, and I'll still walk around here knowing what people think about me because I was called to do this. And I'm so deeply faithful that I am bearing the Savior.
Yeah. And to your point, it's not even just the shame and embarrassment that she had to carry with that, but actual physical harm that they were trying to.
They were haunting her.
Yeah.
Yeah. They truly were. She had to keep leaving. I mean, her father died protecting her from being killed.
Now that you say that, so there's a children's movie called The Star that came out a few years ago. It is so good, and it follows this same story, the birth of Christ, but they do it. Joseph's voice is actually Eugene Fitzherbert from Tangled.
Oh, I love Eugene Fitzherbert.
Yes. So it's Eugene. It's his voice. It's that actor who is Joseph's voice.
Levi.
Yeah. Levi something.
Zachary Levi.
Yeah. Good job. Would have never gotten that. But it's made so well. And now that you're saying how she was being hunted, so King Herod.
Oh, what a monster.
So he was also hunting them because he had heard from the wise men, hey, we're looking for the Savior. We heard he's here amongst your people. Herod got mad. So how they do it.
Because he didn't want to be threatened by anything because he had convinced all these people that he was king, that he was Lord. They literally called him my Lord.
That's it. That's it. And so how they do it in the movie, it's so smart, is he sicks these two dogs, very just aggressive, the sharp teeth, out to hunt down Mary and take her out. And you do get this sense of they want to kill her, but it's done enough where it still can be a kid's movie type thing. So it's interesting when you were saying that. I'm it's like those dogs hunting her down.
I haven't gotten to that part to see if they use dogs, but
and
now it's his guards.
Yeah, exactly. So I think in this movie they're kind of using the dogs, but in reality it was men.
It was his men.
It was men.
It was his armed men and just townspeople. They were taking it up because they wanted to look loyal to the king.
Yes.
So it didn't matter. But
because their life is on the line. If you're not loyal to him, you're done.
Oh yeah. I mean, he'll gut his own wife. He was a terrible person. A terrible person.
This is why I have to believe. Sometimes when people are faith, religion, sometimes my answer to that is, even if it feels far-fetched to think, is there a heaven? Is there a place where we are redeemed and where things are good and pure and perfect? Sometimes I say, well, I just look at the opposite. There have been such evil, awful, terrible people, such wicked things that have happened that we know have happened, things that are still happening.
Yeah, today.
I have to believe in my soul something's gonna come for those folks. I need to know that they go somewhere where it's not great.
Yeah.
I need to know that you're gonna have to answer for that when
at
you
some
die.
Point.
Yeah.
At some point.
I think the wickedness and evil of the world is evidence for goodness and things that are pure and great.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
You kind of have to have one and the other.
Well, yeah, joy doesn't exist without sadness.
That's
and evil
it.
doesn't exist without good.
That's it.
Yeah.
You want to talk about wicked again?
I actually will be talking about Wicked again, but something that exudes happiness, since we talked about your sweatshirt, is mine.
Yes.
This I found in a Goodwill, I don't know, a couple years ago, but it says Jingle Bells and Taco Shells.
Taco Shells.
And it even has the Taco Bell, the fire sauce packets.
It's so good.
The tacos. It's so freaking good. I love this sweater so much.
The fact that you found that, who gave that up?
Who? Idiots.
Maybe it was someone
Who made this?
It was like they were going.
Who made this?
Literally, Taco Bell is on the tag.
Oh my God, this is official merch.
The brand is Taco Bell.
I didn't know that. I actually, y'all.
Hang on, let me hold that back out.
Okay.
That's like kind of cool looking. Yeah, I love that.
I did not. I actually, when I was getting dressed today, I wasn't 100% sure if this was official Taco Bell merch because they don't have Taco Bell anywhere on it. Jingle Bells and Taco Shells. So now that the tag says it, I'm even more impressed.
It's looking very legitimate. And Taco Bell, I actually looked before our cruise because I was trying to think about what we would wear for our recording or, just should we get cutesy things. Taco Bell actually has like really cute sweatsuits and stuff and it's like embroidered and it's like Taco Bell or it's just like a little bell, but the sweatsuits are like $60. So I'm like, well,
oh my God, no,
I'm not necessarily going to do that.
This was like $4.99 at Goodwill.
Yeah, I
snatched that up.
Such a find.
Now the windbreaker I got you, Taco Bell windbreaker I got you.
I looked at it today.
Was more than $4.99. Like
Where was that?
But that was a Goodwill.
Because that's like a vintage item.
Correct.
It is so good.
It's so good. I should have told you to wear that.
Well,
it's not Christmassy.
It's not Christmassy. Yeah. And actually, I thought about it. That's what I say. I looked at it. I saw it and I thought, well, I could do this because I remembered you were going to wear that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if a windbreaker on the mic. I'd be swishing.
Yeah. We talk too much with our hands to do that.
This is why I always flopped at Heads Up 7-Up in school. We would play Heads Up 7-Up, and I swear, my third grade teacher,
yes,
I can see her face. It's burned into my brain.
My third grade teacher's is too.
What happened in third grade then? I don't know, but like I can literally see her. I can see everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And she would always be like, let's play Heads Up 7-Up on the days I was wearing a windsuit.
She disliked you from the beginning.
I think she disliked me.
She was just gutting for you.
Kristen wore her teal windsuit today. And so we're going to play Heads Up 7-Up before we get on the bus.
And everyone knows because your head's down. Yes. And even though you could open your eyes and peek through your elbow, we all know you could.
Yeah, we all did.
We all did.
They could hear me coming.
You could hear you coming. Yeah, exactly. From a mile away.
And no one was helping me out. It was like I might have been signaling to Nathaniel, hey, I'm gonna reach over and we're gonna squint. No one's helping me out. Nope. They all wanted me out.
Wow.
Sick.
I know. That is sick. It's especially sick to be set up by a teacher like that.
Really?
Like y'all are supposed to be about the kids.
That's it. These are the things I carry in my hips. Like I swear.
Yes. These are the things you carry in your hip.
They are. Like when you talk about releasing, I'm like, this is the crap that I've stored up in my hips.
You need to do pigeon and you need to get rid of this third grade teacher. Not windsuits. Don't get rid of those.
No.
But you do need to get rid of my third grade teacher was a nun. Sister.
Did y'all get hit?
Barbara Worley is your name.
Did she hit y'all? Like, did any of the Catholic teachers hit?
I mean, they definitely did, like, when my dad was going to Catholic school. But by then, he was in high school, so I don't know if he dealt much
I feel
with
like
it. The ruler.
A ruler. That's what I have in my head is, like, getting smacked with a ruler.
She was less physically. Now, she would hit your desk with it and scare you.
Yeah.
And I was always in the front because, shocker, I talked a lot. She needed to keep a close eye on me. But she was just so mean to me. She disliked me so much and definitely like picked on me and kind of took everything out on me. And she would gather up in the corner of her mouth. You know how that just naturally happens to some people where the spit gathers up in the corner of their mouth. And it's white. So she looks like a rabid dog. Speaking of rabid dogs and hunting Mary, here's this nun with her rabid white foam in the corner of her mouth, in the corner
hunting
of her
you,
mouth, hunting me on the front row. And so she would get so pissed at me and she would start yelling and that spit would fly out of the corner. This is why I hate saliva. This is why I hate saliva.
Gosh, this is it. We have figured it out. This is why you hate it. Because you're carrying that in your hips. I'm
carrying
telling you.
it in my hips. I hate saliva so much. Dogs, humans, whatever. I don't even want a juicy kiss. I just don't like saliva. It grosses me out. And I'm now putting it together that I think it's Sister Barbara Worley spitting on me as she's yelling at me and degrading me in front of my 3rd grade class. I sound like I'm getting choked up. It's just my voice is running away from me right now. Got it. It's back.
Release the hips.
Release the voice.
I saw a video the other day, and I'll see these every once in a while. Does it drive you crazy, since you don't like spit, when you see the videos of the babies spitting up all their formula? Does that bother you?
For whatever reason, that doesn't. And maybe it's because Bella was such an acid reflux baby, and I had to just get like very used to it. And actually, it's come to find out
like
that
throw up doesn't bother you.
No. Okay. It's come to be that maybe Bella didn't really have acid reflux. I think I was just overfeeding her, which people say you can't overfeed if you're exclusively breastfeeding. I absolutely think I was, because if I pumped, I was pumping like 10 to 12 ounces.
Oh my!
And that baby was probably not needing that much.
No.
And so I think it was just there was nowhere else for it to go. She could only poop and pee out so much, and I think it just happened to come back up. And now I know. I mean, she was 20 pounds at her 6-month checkup, so she was thick. You're real thick. And now I know. I think I just gave her a little too much, because when I was breastfeeding her, now that I think back, it's like when I was breastfeeding her, it would just be like running down the sides of her mouth. Speaking of, the spit gathering, no, it was just breast milk running down. I should have just pulled her away. She just unlatched her.
Poor Bella. And also, as we've discussed on this pod, I can almost say years ago, your breast milk was like buttercream.
Yeah. It was
thick.
Yeah.
And mine was skim milk.
You could nappe a spoon with it, is what I would say.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. Nappe is the French term of like when you're making a bechamel sauce or a gravy or something like that. If you're stirring it with a spoon and you hold up that spoon and you can put your finger down the middle of the spoon and it stays separate. It holds. It's parting of the Red Sea of sorts.
Yes.
Speaking biblical.
Yes.
If it holds, you're doing a nappe.
A nappe.
Nappe.
Okay, so you had the gravy.
Yeah. I was making real thick milk for that thick baby, and I was overfeeding her easily, and I think that it was less acid reflux and more just too much, Mom, too much. Anyway, I don't know if Sister Barbara is still alive.
I would love to do a light Google of that.
I don't know where she is, but she was a monster. And to me.
Just like Linda.
Yep. I haven't gotten any pushback about that, by the way. So glad to know that we're all in agreement of that.
I still have to post that reel. I was wondering when I put the reel up with that little clip, if people are going to have anything to say. I'm curious. I want to know what people think.
Yeah. And I have a reel that I'm making about that episode as well.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
You'll see it. You'll like it. No. It's like a popular trending audio right now. It'll make sense. It'll make total sense. But I was just waiting to actually do my hair and makeup because I haven't done it since we recorded last week. Because as soon as we ended the episode last week, I did another nosedive and woke up Saturday morning and said, alert. No. 911. Went to a Minute Clinic, drove to Clover, South Carolina so I could get the 941, like as early as I could possibly.
Has anyone given you an antibiotic?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was diagnosed with walking pneumonia, bronchitis, and a double ear infection on Saturday morning. Yeah. She almost sent me to urgent care because my lungs sounded so bad. She was like, we probably need a chest x-ray, but your vitals are so good. My temperature was its usual, which is 97.2 because I'm a cold-hearted bee. My blood pressure was perfect. My oxygen level was great.
Okay.
So she was like, let's get you on a Z-Pack right away, an inhaler, and if in 48 hours you're not feeling better, then I think that it might be time for a chest x-ray and like a serious visit for your lungs.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really don't want that. So I start the Z-Pack. I start the inhaler. I think I'm feeling a little bit better. And after the 5 days that's up, I'm like, this is still not going great. So got on doxycycline and then said, please tell me you have some steroids.
Yeah, we did a little steroid exchange.
Yeah, a little steroid exchange. So on the steroids, I'm still doing all the natural stuff, the garlic shots and the zinc and the this. And then I've been going to my girlfriend Alana's and doing her sauna, her steam shower, and her infrared.
Yeah, the infrared.
And she also has one of those things that shakes that we're seeing on TikTok.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's supposed to shake your lungs?
It's supposed to shake your lungs, much like a lung vest does for people with CF.
CF.
Yes. So you put it on and it shakes it and it breaks up that mucus so it can start to finally release, whether you cough it up out or whatever. So I've been doing the shake thing. I've been doing the infrared. I mean, I've been there for like an hour and a half every day just trying to do all the things.
Oh my gosh.
And I still just cannot get a deep breath. I can't get rid of this nagging cough. But people have said, a lot of people have written me and just said, the pneumonia this year is...
Wait, I posted that reel?
Yeah. It's fine. It's my truth. This is what I'm dealing with.
Wait, I feel bad. I didn't know any of this was happening, you guy. And I posted the Britney Spears Breathe on Me, Miranda with pneumonia reel last night.
No, but it's very, very accurate. No, I left here and was like, this is bad. This is really bad. Speaking of Tangled, this is bad.
This is bad.
This is really bad. And so I'm just, it's going to take a while. I've just resigned myself to the fact that the lungs are struggling and they're going to take a while. And it will lead me into one of the things I'm going to talk about.
Ooh, okay. One of your two. Let's go ahead.
All right. If we're ready to get into it,
we're going to do...
We'll do it in
two and two. So here's one of my two things. As I'm having this discussion on Instagram, keeping people posted because y'all actually really do care about how I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, you've been quiet. I know you've been sick. Hoping you're feeling better. I'm not. And so I tried to go to Hilliard. I tried to go to a class in the middle of the week because I'm like, you know what? I'm on day 5 of antibiotics. I know I'm not contagious or anything like that. Let's give it a whirle because resting isn't doing for me.
Yeah, the resting, you've rested for 2 weeks.
I've rested for 2 weeks, y'all. I've canceled everything. I have couch rotted and bed rotted. Yes. I've done so much resting.
And
I've actually never rested so much.
Getting the blood pumping is a thought of like, okay, let's get like the white blood cells moving along here.
Exactly. Let's get it going. So I go. Within the first, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes, I have to go to the bathroom 2 different times because I cannot catch my breath.
Oh my God.
I lie on the ground. I try to cool down. I cough a bunch. I try to see if I can get anything up. No. So I go back out there. We're at the bar now. I'm trying to do bar work. I'm holding 2 3-pound weights, have to put one down. 1 3-pound weight, have to put it down. Using my fist. I'm like, my legs, I can't even stand up. I can't get a deep enough breath. I feel like I'm so distracting, moving all about, taking my inhaler, blowing my nose. I'm like, Miranda, leave the class. Leave the class. You look ridiculous. It's probably getting a bit distracting. Like, just leave.
No.
And I do. And I walk out like 25 minutes into the class and I start crying because I'm so frustrated.
Yes.
Frustrated with my body.
I'm
frustrated with being sick. I just want to move my body again. And so what I realized, my tears were they were a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
But a big reason is that I've shared here that, I've been off semaglutide now for 7 months.
Yeah.
Maybe even longer, but 7 months for sure. I've been off. And I thought I had gained weight because I was very nervous to get on the scale and all the things and the white shorts of it all and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I did finally get on the scale when I went in the helicopter because I thought that they might weigh me.
Yes.
And so I thought I should have the private moment of disappointment and dread by myself in my bathroom before I drive to Asheville to get in this helicopter. And I get on the scale and it's 1 pound difference. And I'm just like, okay. Maybe
so
you haven't blown it all.
You really had done a little number in your head there with your psyche.
With the body dysmorphia, with everything, with just being a woman.
Yeah, you had convinced yourself, I've gained 9 pounds or whatever.
Yeah,
and it just was...
I'm big again. Everyone knows it.
So
Everyone's
untrue.
Noticed it. They're probably all talking about me behind my back.
Y'all heard me say it on the mic. I'm like, you are as thin as ever. Like, there's no way. And even if you've gained a pound, it doesn't matter because it's all about how your clothes are fitting and how you feel and how we see you, which is a thin woman.
Yeah, and the white shorts were fine.
The white shorts fit.
They were fine.
By the way.
But I had convinced myself of all this because, again, body dysmorphia is very real, and this brain will do a number on you.
Yeah.
So my point this week when I couldn't finish that class was I do firmly believe that working out is what has helped me stay this size. Because if you work out and if you see results, you want to continue to see results.
Yes.
And so that helps me watch my food.
Yeah.
Watch my caloric intake.
Yes.
Not binge on things.
Yes.
Sugary stuff or drinking
Yes.
or whatever.
Because you've put in very hard work at Hilliard because that's hard.
Yep.
And it's like, I am not going to blow everything I just did in that class because I want to eat this like sugary, carby thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it keeps you on track because it's like, I'm not going to sabotage myself.
No, but I would have never thought that before this. I was just like, I mean, people work out for vanity or whatever. That's it's enough of a motivating factor, even if it is.
Yes.
Even if it is. So I think that it's helped me so much to not gain the weight back that when I couldn't complete a class, I'm like, this is the beginning of the end of destroying all of the hard work. Oh my God. I know. And so I have to fight that in my brain.
Yeah.
Don't think that way. You know that that's not true. But when you're in the middle of the pity party,
I know,
it's hard to pull yourself out of it. And so I was very frustrated. I was very mad and very frustrated and all the things. And so I just think that that's where a lot of it comes from is, of course, I know I'll get back to it. And of course, I know it's because my lungs are like operating at 8% capacity right now or whatever.
Yeah.
I know all of that in theory.
Yeah.
But like convincing your brain of that is harder. And so I was just very, very frustrated. So I'm on my story and I'm talking about this.
Okay.
And then it dawned on me and I'm literally having this live reaction like I usually do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wasn't this sick on semaglutide. I know that. I know last fall and winter, I wasn't on a single antibiotic.
Yeah, you weren't.
Not a single antibiotic.
Yep.
This fall and winter, I've been on 4 in less than 3 months.
That's right.
Okay. So winter of death, Joe Biden. It's actually this winter for me, apparently. And so I didn't have the winter of death then.
Yeah.
No. I'm having it now.
Yep.
And I was just thinking back, I'm like, that's weird. Yeah. I didn't have it when I was on semaglutide. I'm sure they're not correlated. That's not even a thing. Okay. Several people slid into my DMs and they were like, doctors, nurses, whatever. And they're like, girl, a GLP-1's main function, or maybe not main function, but one of the main functions is to reduce inflammation in the body. That's why it helps women with PCOS so much. That's why it helps people with autoimmune disorders so much, is because it reduces inflammation. And this is inflammation.
Yes.
What you have is inflammation.
You are inflamed.
You are inflamed. So the GLP-1 probably greatly helped with that. And it probably really helped with your pneumococcal antibody immune deficiency, of which you've already been diagnosed with, which is a lung condition. And so they were like, nah, girl, like that was a big part of helping keep you healthy then. Not just that, but obviously you were losing weight, which helps your health. You were working out a lot, which helps your health. All these things. And so Britt was watching my stories with the aesthetic concierge.
Yeah.
And she was just like, girl, like if you want to take a tiny dose, even if it's just to help get you through the rest of the winter months, to see if this will help keep you healthy and get your body back to functioning, there is nothing wrong with that. You have to release it. You've done it. You've proven to yourself 7 months, no weight gained back. Like you've shown yourself you can do this. Allow yourself to take it if you think that that's the right thing for your immunity. It's okay.
I mean, if that's your doctor and they think that that's fine to come on and off, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't give any advice on this because I don't know. But
I'm just saying, I had said months ago when we were talking about this, that I miss it because of what it did for me mentally.
For your brain, yeah.
Like this is part of it. Like I am in a mental show right now.
I know.
Because I am so frustrated. It's depressing me. It's bumming me out.
Yes.
So like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Invent something that is reducing inflammation like a GLP-1, but isn't so hardcore like a steroid, because obviously we can't stay on steroids all the time.
Right.
Steroids can make us puffy. They can make us hungry. Like steroids have their own side effects.
Make you ragey.
Too. Yeah.
And it's kind of a double-edged sword because you take a steroid because it really helps give you that punch, right?
Yes.
But it also affects your immunity.
It does.
So it's like,
it does.
I'm taking it because I'm sick. So what comes first? I'm just frustrated right now.
It's so frustrating.
I'm very frustrated right now. And I know no one really cares about listening to me complain about this. And I promise you, once I'm on the mend, I will be back to my, bubbly, fun self and not so, but I am struggling. I'm struggling and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. But I just wanted to be honest with y'all and tell you that that's kind of where my head is at with this whole thing.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
To be sick for I was spiraling into a depression just being sick for 4 days. 4 days was enough to just send me over the edge because for me, it's not being productive makes me feel like the worst kind of human being. Mm-hmm. There is something in me that is just like, if you are not taking things off of your to-do list and helping your family and going here and going there and doing this and being that for everybody, you are selfish, you are lazy. Like that is what gets into my head about being sick.
It's annoying.
It's so frustrating.
It's so frustrating. It's so annoying when you just want to do stuff. And I get it. People are going through much harder stuff.
But also it's this time of year for you to be so sick during a time where not only is there a lot to do, but there's fun things to do.
And I've done nothing.
Right. You should be having fun.
I've done nothing. And there's so many things, so many partnerships that have been presented to me in Q4 and in the Christmas time and everything. And I haven't been able to do them. And it's very frustrating and affects my bottom line. And when do you need money the most? The holiday season.
The holidays.
So I'm frustrated on a lot of levels. I'm very, very frustrated on a lot of levels. And I'm trying to remember perspective. And I do have that. I really do.
You do. You really do have perspective, but
you're still allowed to just be mad.
That's it.
And you're allowed to it's like, y'all, I was on amoxicillin for 10 days at the end of August, beginning of September. Then I got on a Z-Pack, okay? Mm-hmm. Then some of that didn't go away. Remember, we were like, it's just not going away. It's not going away. Then boom, this hits the day after, or that Sunday after Thanksgiving. And now we are on December 12th, 13th.
Yes.
Friday the 13th. Shocker.
Oh gosh, it's Friday the 13th. Oh, no.
And I'm annoyed. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, well,
that's my one thing.
If you're annoyed, I think we just continue being annoyed because I feel like you and I have never talked about this. So I've been seeing more people say where they point out in movies, very beloved movies, iconic movies, where they're like, let's talk about who the true villain is.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You've seen some of these.
Yes.
So Rose from the Titanic, right?
Right. I have seen this swirling around recently.
Where people are breaking this down saying, no, actually, it's not the fiance. It's not even the ship itself sinking is not the villain. It's not the iceberg. It's Rose. And I think a lot of people always latch to like, well, she's the villain because she let him die. Like she didn't let him on the door with her. And it's not just that. It's that you held on to this secret for so long. You held on to this precious pendant for so long that was worth however many millions of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's now priceless, but at that day, what'd they say, like 80 million or something?
$80 million.
Like an insane amount.
And I love the one that's floating around right now is like, you could have given that to your daughter and grandchildren who have helped take care of you for all of these years and make sure that you're okay. But instead you dropped it into the ocean to go be with a man that you had sex with one time.
Yeah, you slept with a homeless man and then let him die freezing in an ocean.
And then you tossed an $80 million gem. And then you died on the ship. So then they had to deal with that. Like your dead body out in the open ocean. That's a lot of paperwork. So it's just like, Rose is the villain of this movie. And I think we all need to shift our perspective, just like how you feel about Glinda.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, okay, who are the true villains?
I'm willing to rewatch it with a new lens.
Okay. Jenny from Forrest Gump. She's another one.
Oh, yeah.
Many people coming back to Jenny is the villain.
Yeah.
Multiple scenes where she is so awful to him.
Yes.
And takes advantage of him.
Yes, takes advantage.
And he never fully realizes.
No, of course he doesn't.
What he can't. He's maybe incapable of realizing she is a villain. More people should be saying it out loud.
Absolutely.
Grandpa Joe from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay, I've never seen that movie. However, I've had to sit through the 5th grade version of the play.
So you understand the grandpa.
So I understand, and I was outraged by this. A freeloader relying on a kid to finance your whole life?
That's it.
You are the worst, Grandpa Joe. Get up and work. It's like people don't want to get up and work anymore, Kim Kardashian.
We needed Kim K in that moment.
I hope she was talking about Grandpa Joe.
All 4 grandparents are sitting in the bed together. And then all of a sudden, Charlie comes in and says, I've got a golden ticket. He's got his golden ticket. And all of a sudden, Grandpa Joe's legs
He can stand up again.
He pops up.
Yep.
And he's dancing.
Absolutely not. What a monster.
Dancing his way to the chocolate factory.
Dancing through life.
Dancing through life.
Now on the way to the chocolate. Dancing through chocolate.
Y'all.
Down at the factory.
So the villain is not Slugworth. The villain is Grandpa Joe. And we said what we said.
Yes.
And then when Charlie was given the factory, it's like, oh, Charlie, you did it. You were such a good boy. You were so good and
no,
sweet.
You don't get
kind.
to call him a good boy now. Mm-mm.
No.
If you can't love him at your worst, you don't get him at the best. No.
It's sick.
It's sick.
And I truly now.
And I have another one.
Say it.
Do we have another one on here?
We sure do.
Another one.
Oh, there it is.
Another one.
Okay.
Say it.
So I think I shared this, and I can't remember if it's to At or if it was to Murder and Charlotte, but I was like, happy Buzz is a monster season to all who celebrate. And I think that I do have enough people who do agree with this. I'm not sure it's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's talked about enough.
Yes, and we have talked about here our issue with the parents.
Yeah.
In that school play when he puts the candles behind Kevin's ears and all the parents laugh.
Laughing.
Right?
We already know that we have a problem with this because that's exactly what happened to Elphaba at the Oz does.
Yes.
Do not stand around and laugh at people, but especially children.
A child.
A child in this play. We know, I just don't think that would happen today. I don't think a bunch of people are going to sit around and laugh at a kid
It would never.
in this way.
Yeah.
And the fact that Frank is just guffawing.
Frank is
He's a villain.
People know that Uncle Frank is the villain. Yeah. Like he is so terrible.
So terrible.
In movie 1 and 2 for him to say, oh, well, if it makes you feel any better, I forgot my reading glasses. Like you're a monster. You're horrible. But let's go back to Buzz.
Buzz is terrible. And
yes.
so he does everything under his breath.
Yes.
Everything under his breath. And it's the classic case of the parents not hearing the actual bad kid, but automatically placing blame on the one who is always naughty.
Yep.
Quotation marks.
Yep.
So you just default to that.
Yep.
It's always their fault. And it pisses me off.
It's not right.
And Buzz just sits there with his stupid smirk on his face. And then guess what? In front of the whole family, when Kevin saves the day.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin, thank you. And everyone, oh, Buzz. If I were Kevin, I would have been like, don't you dare stand up and say my name. Don't you dare.
Keep my name off of your lips, number 1. Your donkey lips. Keep them out.
Thank you.
And 2, you can leave. And in Home Alone 2, when they go in and all the presents are under the big tree and it's amazing. And Buzz does give a speech.
He does.
And he says, hey, everyone, let's let Kevin open the first gift. Because without him, we wouldn't have this magical Christmas morning.
So Buzz now gets to look like some hero guy because he's recognized this in his brother when he knows he's still just going to be a jerk to him.
If you are that person, I need you to really look inward, Podcasts. You need to make sure that you are not actually the villain in everyone else's story. Like legitimately. Not that I think any of our podcasts are.
No,
but
they
I'm just
couldn't
saying, maybe examine. We need to all self-examine.
Yep.
And we need to look around us. And we need to say, maybe the person I've been blaming for all the things isn't the villain, and it's actually this puppeteer over here. Whoa! Y'all are about to be seeing a lot of family and friends. Family and friends over the next 2 weeks. And I'm just saying.
And we all know that someone has this interpersonal relationship in their life.
Yes.
But maybe it's you.
Maybe it could be you.
Maybe you're the Buzz.
Are you the Buzz? Are you the Grandpa Joe? Could be.
I don't know.
I want you to hold.
I don't know, but I do.
They need to hold space.
I do want you to hold space for that. Okay. My second thing.
Okay.
And we got such a huge response on this on the stories last night. And I was like, I will be talking about this tomorrow. Thank God there's not a huge gap because I had to really bite my tongue in the DMs.
Yes. Say it.
Selena got engaged.
Selena got engaged.
Okay. Selena Gomez got engaged, you guys.
And she's being so cute about it.
To, what's that guy's name? The rapper guy's name.
I literally don't know who she's engaged to. Like that, I am so out of.
I'm thinking P.D. Pablo, but I know that's not right. I'm also thinking Picasso, and I know that's not right. So hold on. Selena engaged, but I'm all over it.
Not Picasso.
No, I'm all over it, though. I swear.
Actually, that would be a an awesome rapper name.
Oh my gosh.
DJ.
Why is this guy's? Benny Blanco.
Benny Blanco. Oh, I didn't know that's who she's engaged to.
Benny Blanco. And what did I say? I was thinking Pablo Picasso because Benny Blanco, Pablo Picasso, that just goes together.
It goes together.
Okay. So Benny Blanco is who she's engaged to.
I'm just going to Google him so I can get my
ship
eyeballs.
them.
Okay.
They seem great. She seems so happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we do need to pull up this picture from Instagram that she posted. Selena.
It's so good, y'all.
Okay, Selena Gomez.
Oh my gosh.
Number one, I'm not sure. I'm a bit confused by the backdrop.
Yeah.
The original post, the very first picture is the ring finger.
It's the ring.
Okay, beautiful ring.
Which I think is so cute because
yes,
I think too many celebrities now are trying to be what's the word where it's like you're trying to be too cool, like you're
try hard. It's a try hard. Pick me, girl. Try hard.
Mm-hmm. Where you're not just letting yourself be super excited and happy for this thing that happened. Like, no, I'm going to be mysterious about it. I'm going to be like, oh, you're going to have to chase me for it. No,
like hiding your ring finger in the next 5 posts.
That's
like,
it.
Is she? Isn't she?
That's it. I love that Selena is being such a real girl with this, and she's like, I'm engaged. Like she's flashing the ring.
There's a shadow of the phone in the hand pic. Like it was just like she literally went like this and took it and posted it.
It's so real.
It's so real and it's so cute. We swipe over one and the next picture is this. Okay, here are YouTube in case you didn't see. This is the very next picture. I'm not sure what's behind them. I can't tell if it's buildings with glass and then trees in front, but it's so muted that I cannot tell if it is a green screen, CGI. AI.
It looks like a movie set to me.
It does. It looks like a backdrop.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit confused by the pictures. So I was already looking with a weathered-eyed.
Yeah.
Weather-eyed?
You had your monocle on.
I did. I had my monocle on.
Your rat boy monocle.
Said, So I'm zooming in. I also was very curious in the fur.
The fur.
Top that she was wearing was a choice.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going in and I go over as I'm looking very closely at this picnic blanket.
Yes, and we see
Taco Bell.
They had a Taco Bell picnic, baby.
Dong. They have a Taco Bell picnic. Like there's a very proper picnic basket with the red and white gingham.
Has Taco Bell reposted this yet?
I don't know, but it is not sponsored by Taco Bell.
No, she just likes to eat that.
She loves Taco Bell, which has now skyrocketed Selena to really top of, I think, the girly pop list for me.
She is at the tippy top for me, and I'm sure Hailey Bieber is pissed.
Shaking in her boots.
Hailey Bieber's physically shaking.
Shaking physically. And so as I zoom in,
Taco Bell.
Nachos Bel Grande.
No, Taco Bell has not reposted this, you guys.
No, I don't think that Taco Bell had really anything to do with this.
I don't think they have, but I'm just saying, these social media people now, they take hold of anything and they'll share it.
Wendy's would have jumped all over this.
Absolutely. And I'm looking, we haven't posted anything in 2 days, Taco Bell. Why are you not sharing this?
I don't understand this Taco Bell. I think it's a huge missed opportunity. I also know, based on the boxes, that they definitely had a Mexican pizza in there, if not two. I'm seeing a Nachos Bel Grande, also a wonderful choice.
Yes.
I'm seeing some wrapped burritos. I do believe, because of the shape of this being a hexagon, that we do have a Crunch Wrap Crunch Wrap Supreme in there.
That is a Crunch Wrap
Supreme.
Supreme.
A Crunch Wrap. I mean, we know our Taco Bell pretty well, but it's the fact that like the lid's on its side.
Yeah, I mean, it's giving very real because it's even though the Taco Bell is prominent, the way that the lid is kind of sideways.
Askew. The lid is askew.
But it is giving Dorothy Basket back here.
It is. I swear, y'all, I could teach a college course on this one picture alone.
Yeah.
Because
are they sending messages actually through? We've got the fur. What kind of shoe is that? What kind of shoe does she have on? You can kind of see
some sort of high top sneaker.
What is that tag?
I do not know the tag. I bet we could send a court cost though, and she could maybe dissect at least the outfit and the shoes.
We should send it to her.
We'll then send it to Taco Bell and have them, just be on high alert to repost this.
I just honestly, more than anything for me, is the background.
Background,
because this is giving studio lighting. Lighting is not natural.
I'm very confused by the background. And had the background not looked like this, I don't know that I would have looked twice at this picture.
You wouldn't have zoomed in.
Because you would have had to click on it and go through the carousel to get there because it wasn't the first picture. And so as I'm looking at it, I am blown away by everything. And the fact that Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez said, let's go have a picnic. He knows he's going to propose to her. And he says, do you want to run through Taco Bell on the way for our food for said picnic?
Yeah.
And then we're going to take a picture and it's going to be broadcast to the whole world.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a choice, but it's
a choice.
So real. And I need celebrities to get with it, which is we are ready for y'all to be real again. Because I think for a long time, y'all slithered away and you got really pick me and you got really mysterious.
You know what you did? And you also got really curated.
Really curated.
Nobody cares.
We don't care.
Nobody curated correctly and directly. We don't care.
This post from her is so just real to me. The shadow on the ring picture, the Taco Bell, then she's just laughing and being cute. It's not filtered. It's not posed.
You know
that's
the picture she sent to all her girlfriends.
Yes.
She was like, look what happened. And she's like, just giggly.
And then them just like together kissing in the closet.
Just kissing in the closet where they probably, the closet's probably their safe space because, you know, they both have staffs. They both have people around all the time. They have the assistants.
Yes, you're
and
right.
They have the housekeepers and the managers and all that. And I bet that they just go to their closets, just be alone.
I love
to
it
be alone
so much.
And that's probably just a really happy, fun place for them. So here's what I did. I post this on ads.
Yes.
And I do share the Taco Bell picture, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And I just say, let me know when you see it. Tell me when you see it. And the amount of people.
We actually got more DM replies on this than any other thing we've ever posted.
Any other
thing we've ever posted.
Whether that is constructive,
yes,
helpful. No. Everybody was like, Taco Bell. Except for the real OGs. And this is extremely niche.
Who? What did they say?
People thought, I guess, I was talking about this first picture.
Okay.
So what did they say? What did the reels say?
It's got to be the crooked finger.
It's the crooked finger.
It's the crooked finger!
They were like, oh, is it that you both have extremely crooked fingers? I was like, that too. That too is extremely niche.
So this is extremely niche. At first it was just niche.
First it was just Taco Bell. And we don't have any allegiance to Selena, so I don't think that we cocould even call it extremely niche.
No, it was just niche.
Just niche.
Now, with that crooked finger, are you kidding me?
I'm not. I'm not kidding you.
I do have to say, the top comment. Did you see the top comment on her post?
Yes, I will be the flower girl, Taylor Swift. Is that showing top comment for you as well?
Yeah.
Yes, I will be the flower girl.
Okay. On the one hand, I could see Taylor Swift.
They're very good friends.
Trying to just just be real and post a comment and be cute about it because they are real life friends.
Yeah.
But then it's also like, it's not your moment.
Just say congrats.
It's not your moment.
Because look, it has 1.5 million likes.
It has 1.5 million likes.
And obviously she turned off comments, but there were 3 comments to Taylor Swift before Selena decided to limit the comments.
Like Jennifer Aniston is next. She says, honey, congratulations, sweet mama.
Yeah.
And
Skinny
then
Taste, happy for you.
Gordon Ramsay, congratulations to you both. It must be the cooking. That's
so cute.
But I don't know. Sometimes
Cardi B, wait, hold on. I love to watch celebrities react to other celebrities because this is like who they really are.
Yes.
And can't you just hear Cardi like, wait, hold on.
But listen, it's Benny Blanco. So Benny Blanco, her now fiance, he wrote, hey, wait, ... That's my wife. Mm-hmm. His comment has 776,000 likes.
So Taylor's has double the amount of the actual guy who proposed to her.
That's what bothers me, I think.
I know, I get that.
It's a little bit like,
hey guys, I'm here too.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in here.
Like it's not about you, Taylor. And I know maybe
everything's about Taylor.
I know. And I don't want to question her motives because truly this is her friend and but I don't know. I think when your celebrity is just like so big and your star has risen so high.
Yeah.
Maybe be just a little mindful.
Yeah.
That's all.
Cutesy and demure. And that was not.
It wasn't.
It was not. And now Rachel's going to be pissed that we're talking about Taylor Swift. Rachel is now not only listening, she is listening to every episode. She's continued and she has set up automatic downloads. And she let us know that. She let us know that. We did it.
Okay.
We did it. We converted the biggest hater of all And we made it. So you know what? If that's our one win and that's what we got to do going into 2025, just literally one singular person at a time, one nail at a time, one finger and one person.
That's it.
I guess that's what we're doing.
We did it, Joe.
We did.
We didn't have that winter of death, but we did get Rachel on our side. And you got to stick around, Rachel. I'm not coming for T Swift.
No.
This is constructive criticism to say, how many? Okay, now her overall post we are almost to 20 million likes. We are almost to 20 million likes. So that's good. At least the post itself is remaining the top liked thing.
2 million shares. 2 million people, which means it could be 2.9. I mean, it could be almost 3 million. We're not going to get a point there.
How are you seeing the shares?
Right there.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know, but she has a lot of shares, which we were one of them, obviously. But I want to say, Selena, I am obsessed with you now.
Yes, Selena.
And Benny, because I don't know who made the Taco Bell decision for an engagement picnic, but I love it.
I love it so much.
I love it. I love you just being real and cute, and you're so happy, and I wish you all good things. And as Mary would say, mazel.
Mazel. That's right. Mary would have said mazel. Right. And Mary would have been happy for her.
I think.
She would. You got it. Oh, did you spit some up?
Yeah.
It's from that shaky thing.
Yeah, it's from the lung.
It's from that shaky. Now, what does she use the shaky thing for? What is the shaky thing for?
It goes it's permanently under her infrared light, things that sandwich in my body.
Yeah.
And so that shaky thing, it's just good for
like lymphatic?
Yeah, it breaks things up in your body that are stuck. So that's the TikTok shaky thing.
Everyone's hawking this on TikTok.
If they're saying it's for weight loss, it's not like the old machines that used to shake and it would rub you and people would say, oh, this helps you lose weight. I don't know how that can possibly help you lose weight. But it definitely is good for your insides to just get a little bit rumbly so that it breaks up any mucus in your body. And probably helps with inflammation. I don't know.
That's what I would think. I would think it's really good for the lymphatic system because, people do those lymphatic massages.
Yeah.
Where they like run it down your neck and they'll run it down your side and your inner thigh and down to your foot.
Yeah.
They say all these things come out of your feet.
Yeah. The feet are the windows to the soul. We learned that in The Other Sister. He says it. She goes to try on shoes, and he goes,
the feet are the windows to the soul.
Well, you do know that the feet are the windows to the soul. And her mom looks at the guy and is like, oh, really?
Oh, really?
Why don't you go get us an 8 or something like that? I don't know. But it's
that is
cute.
So cute. I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Seen that
Obsessed.
In a minute.
Oh, we watch it all the time. It's a family favorite.
Okay.
A fee and belief favorite. What's your second thing?
I've got, there are so many things. I might get into some of this a little bit later, but since we're discussing Taco Bell,
okay,
I've had it on my list and it's actually something for you to say.
Oh.
Because you had told me that you saw an employee.
Oh my gosh, Kristen.
Tell the people what you saw.
Okay. Thank you for bringing this up. And I do love that your second thing is another story from me. Sorry, I'm the talent.
I mean, I just kind of like, we've got the Taco Bell sweater. We have Selena with Taco Bell. I ate Taco Bell this week because y'all, I'm gluten-free again, but guess what I can still have?
So much Taco Bell.
A Taco Bell. Crunchy taco with that corn taco.
And it's low in calorie.
It's low in cal. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's wrap this up with your Taco Bell story.
Okay. And I have more. The plot has thickened.
Oh, great.
Okay. Because there's a Taco Bell right across from Park Road Shopping Center, and it's on the way to Myers Park.
It is.
Where I drop my child off and pick her up. So imagine how many times I'm tempted to go to this Taco Bell, which is why I have so many Taco Bell stories. Okay, so I mean, like if it were Wendy's, I would have Wendy's stories.
That's right.
Okay, so I go to this Taco Bell a couple of weeks ago. I think I needed to use the restroom first and foremost, but I was like, well, I'm in here.
Yeah.
Might as well get one of those Cantina crunchy tacos.
Yes, the Cantina.
Love that thing. It was the most pathetic one I've ever had.
You did say that.
But you'll know why as I go more into this story.
Because you have a picture of this taco.
Sure do.
Yeah,
it'll be great for receipt. So I'm in there. I ordered the one singular crispy taco thing, and I'm waiting for it to be done. And it takes so long that I have time to watch one of the employees grab a bag of rice. And I'm not saying like already zipped up bag of rice. Like she took what looked like a bag that you would put a goldfish in at the fair. Okay. Like one of those cheap, thin plastic bags. She ladles some dry white rice into it.
Yeah, just dry rice.
Just dry white rice. It's only this much. I mean, I'm saying less than 16 ounces,
Yeah.
okay, which is 1 pound, y'all. For those who don't know, nape. So you have this bag of rice. She ties it up.
Yeah.
It's like she's got it. And then she has like 5 or 6 entire sleeves of cups and lids and things like that. And she is carrying all this to her personal car in the parking lot, like her personal sedan. She is carrying all this to it. And so stuff is falling. There's a sleeve of cups that goes flying. There's the thing of lid. She holds tight to that bag of rice because I think she felt like if she dropped it, it's so thin, it would just bust all over.
Oh, rice would be everywhere.
And it dawned on me that she is probably having to drive these products and ingredients, says Teresa Giudice, to another Taco Bell in Charlotte.
She absolutely was.
That has run out of said product.
But why so little rice?
Why so little rice?
That doesn't make sense. Only 16 ounces of rice. I want to understand. That Taco Bell is going to need more than that. That's going to get you through what? 2 orders?
And this was at 1 p.m. That's not getting you through lunch and dinner today.
No.
It was not enough rice. And so I wanted to say to her, it's not enough rice.
It's not enough
Whatever
rice.
you're doing here,
it's not enough.
It's not enough.
It's never going to be enough.
It's never gonna. He will never emotionally fulfill you. This amount of rice will never physically fulfill this other Taco Bell store. It won't. And I was flabbergasted at the fact that Taco Bell is such a large company.
Yes, that's what we were saying.
Thousands of locations. They are making money and they are operating this way.
Yeah.
And it made me realize.
It made us feel better.
It did. It was like a light bulb. It was a Christmas light bulb moment for me, much like your headband.
Yes, it absolutely was.
It went off and it said, if Taco Bell is operating like this.
That's right.
It's okay that you couldn't finish your Hilliard class, Miranda, because this is the best you're operating at right now.
That's the best you can do. And if a multi-million, I don't know how much is Taco Bell worth? Look it up. If they are having to have employees run in their sedans cups and goldfish baggies of rice, then like I shouldn't stress about what's happening with this podcast.
That's exactly
I shouldn't stress about little things that happen in the day because Taco Bell, what are they?
$33 billion.
$33 billion.
$33 billion.
Taco Bell.
What is happening?
And they are having to run in Charlotte, North Carolina. In Charlotte.
A humongous
We're not
city.
even saying we are in Spencer, North Carolina.
Where there's one Taco Bell.
Right.
And it's like, I can't get another thing and the Cisco truck is late and it's stuck in the Panama Canal and da-da-da-da-da.
That's it. We are in Charlotte and we are having to have this woman how many cups would you say? Are we doing 60 cups?
Yeah, probably 5 sleeves of cups.
5 sleeves.
And the matching lids. Y'all, I was dead over this. I mean, I was short of recording her and I was just like, I don't want her to catch me recording her.
Yeah, sure.
My mind was blown. My mind was blown because I talk about this often. And I think that I have the authority to do so, having had a food-based establishment.
Yes.
But it blows my mind when I go to a restaurant, a large restaurant, and I go to order the dessert.
Yeah.
And it's a brownie a la mode.
Yes.
And they go, okay, but we're out of vanilla ice cream.
How?
I understand that you might have had a larger demand than what's usual. And so on your Cisco order, you didn't have enough vanilla ice cream. Drive to the grocery store,
right.
Sam's, Restaurant Depot. I don't know. I understand you're going to pay a little bit more, but wouldn't you rather pay a little bit more for a carton of vanilla ice cream
so that people actually order it?
So that people actually spend the $9.99, which you know of your cost are $2 total.
That's it. Think of the margins.
So spend a little bit more. Let me tell you what Got What It Cakes never did. It never ran out of an ingredient.
No, you didn't.
Because I would just go to Food Dog.
That's right.
Would I have rather, and did I buy the 50-pound bags of flour and sugar at Restaurant Depot and hope that got me through the week until the next Monday? Yes. But if I got low, I didn't say, sorry, we're just not selling cakes anymore.
Yeah, sorry, we're out of cake.
We're out of Got What It. It's now just Got What It. Got what it? No, we don't. Got what it? Question mark.
We got what?
Yeah, none.
Nothing.
Yeah, no. I would then go to Food Dog, which was the closest grocery store at the time.
Has this happened to you multiple times where you've been in multiple different restaurants and they say
they are out of something so basic, so freaking basic, and I'm like, no. I'm not saying Southwestern egg rolls, of which you know that you're buying prepackaged.
Yeah.
Okay. Chili's, please don't ever be out of those because they're the best appetizer you have.
But we can easily get vanilla ice cream. Yeah. Yes. Come on.
We can get more Brussels. We can get more spinach.
Yeah.
Like, why are we as a restaurant accepting that? Send one of the employees out to the grocer and go get something.
I mean, if this woman at Taco Bell can do her job, then surely Firebirds can go send somebody to the HT to get some ice cream.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm at this same Taco Bell the other day because all of these medications have really done a number on the tummy.
Yeah.
But as we always say, diarrhea cleans you out.
It sure does.
It's nature's cleanse.
Yes.
Feels so it feels so good. I love the reel from one of the Barbie movies. And she walks through the door and twirls through like a huge ball with her arms up. And it's like me after eviscerating a toilet with the worst diarrhea I've ever had in my life. And the top comments are like, never felt so thin. Like that is me the other day.
Yes.
So I've already, I go to my Bible study Christmas brunch, and I've already said to Charlotte, I'm so sorry for what I've done in your bathroom. It's beautiful though.
Oh.
And then I have to go pick up Lily. And I'm like, not going to be able to wait till I get home. So I go to the same Taco Bell I always go to. There's an employee ripping a cig outside, and I walk in, and I guess you could just tell I needed to go to the bathroom, maybe because I immediately took a right instead of
going to the counter.
Going to the counter. And she's like, oh, honey, the women's bathroom's out. I was like, that's not going to work.
That's not going to work.
I just kind of gave her the eye, and she was like, you can use the men's, and there is a lock on the door. Even though there's a toilet and a urinal, you can use the lock on the door. And I was like, thank you so much. Thank you.
No.
Oh, yeah. So I had to go to the men's bathroom just to have diarrhea.
No.
Yes, I did. And I come out, and I'm like, you know what? I could really use something on my throat. So I think I'm going to go get a drink. And as I'm walking to the counter, I hear the girl behind it go, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. We're out of hard shells.
Out of hard shells.
What did you just say?
That's the only thing I can have is the hard shell.
Think of all the gluten-free people who are like, I'm relying on a Taco Bell hard shell.
Wait a minute. Like if I went out of my way and said I'm treating myself and my lunch is going to be 2 or 3 hard shell tacos and I'm rubbing my hands. I'm the guy behind the tree. I'm rubbing my hands. I'm so excited.
In the yellow suit.
In the yellow suit. That's me. Ready for the hard shell. And if they said we are out of hard shell, what would I do?
I know. What is left to do there besides riot, I guess? Burn it all down.
Riot in the streets of Indian Trail. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people would.
They were out of hard shells. And I wanted to say this is critical mass at this point. If I have continued to come back to this Taco Bell and I have witnessed over and over and over again a supply issue and the women's bathroom's not working at a Taco Bell establishment.
I know, at Taco Bell.
We know what people already think about Taco Bell and the poops.
Yes. You have to have the women's restroom working at Taco Bell.
Let me help. I want to help. Help me help you.
Yes, please.
I just want to help this Taco Bell so desperately to get things back on track because with $33 billion. Now, this is their brand. Yum! ! Brands was valued at $33 billion. $33 billion, which is Taco Bell, is underneath that.
Yum brand. Okay, that's interesting.
It says Yum Brands. They also own KFC and Pizza Hut, Taco Bell. So I think that the brand is $33 billion, but no, I mean, everywhere I'm looking at is saying.
Are we saying though that Taco Bell, okay, is Taco Bell a franchise? Like, is it owned by individual people?
It looks like it is. It looks like you can because it says, how much is the Taco Bell franchise worth? A standalone Taco Bell franchise location is estimated to cost between $1.2 million and $2.6 million, exclusive of land and lease costs. That doesn't help me. I don't know what that means.
Well, it says to open a Taco Bell franchise, you will need to meet certain requirements, including have a minimum net worth of $1.5 million and have $750,000 in liquid assets.
Okay, yeah. So it is franchisee earnings. Figure on making 5 to 8% of your revenue.
So I don't think Taco Bell corporate knows what's going on in the Park Road Taco Bell and other locations, obviously, because if they're running things between each other, something's going on.
Something's going on.
And I don't know if, I mean, I'm not trying to be a Karen about it where we need to we're not trying to tattle.
No,
but
I
we
don't
gotta
wanna
make
tattle,
sure.
But they're always asking us on those receipts. They're always asking for a survey.
They are asking for a
Aren't
survey.
they the ones who are like really big on like when you go through there?
Oh, they are, because the guy said, here's my name.
I literally have a Talk About receipt.
Oh my gosh.
In my purse.
Here's the receipt. Does it have a survey at the bottom?
Okay. It says, and this is the cheesy toast. Yeah, this is my one that was breaking apart. This was on December 7th.
Hold this up. Just so we have a little receipt for the receipt.
And it says, Talk About Foundation, start earning free rewards now. Download the Talk About app. Terms and conditions apply. Join for free food. On the back, the easiest way to earn free Taco Bell. You know what? This one doesn't.
But when we went with Brittany Mills.
Yep.
He
asked us to leave a specific review. Now, that Taco Bell was flawless.
That is the one in Indian Trail. They do a great job, but now I will be shaking in my slippers a little bit when I go, thinking, oh my gosh, are they going to be out of the corn? Are they going to be out of the corn tortilla?
I never know what you're going to be shaking in. I would have assumed boots, to be honest, because you love a boot.
It's slipper season, baby.
It is slipper season. Anyway, I got that cheesy cantina chicken thing, and I got 1 large Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that sounds good.
And of course, I rounded up on the donation. Can I say that real quick?
Yes,
Y'all,
just round up.
Just round up.
Just round up.
Just round up.
And Matt will sometimes...
These 82 cents won't matter. They just won't.
He sometimes is like, well, we don't really know where that money's going. And like, is it actually just going in corporate's pocket? And he might be true.
Okay.
Or right. Correct. True. Right.
Yeah, it's okay. You can say whatever you want.
All of those
about
things.
That. Yeah. Because morally, is it right? And then correctly, is it correct?
That's where I come to is it's like, you know what? It doesn't matter what they do with that 82 cents after, because I've done my good deed with the intention of helping the Boys and Girls Club or whatever it is for.
Yeah, it does say Talk About Foundation is a 501c3 tax-exempt public charity, and you can find more at talkaboutfoundation.org. So you this is very black and white.
Yes.
You can go there and you can see what it's all about. And
they got to be transparent about that stuff. You really do. With charity stuff, you got to say, here's where the dollars and cents came from, and here's where they went, and here's who we're paying. Like, I'm just saying,
when
you
you're
can
this
trust
public with it,
Yeah.
I think that you do have to at least believe that it would be a very big news story if it weren't, and we would probably already know that people are kind of siphoning stuff away.
I think so. Like Barnes & Noble, the other day we were there, we got some things, and their donation charity thing was you could buy a book. So they had a stack of children's books, and they're like the Berenstain Bears.
Like the little golden.
Yeah, little golden books and that kind of stuff. And you could select one, and they were going to donate it to, I don't know, a local library, a local school.
Boys and Girls Club, something like that.
And I just have to trust that they did donate that Berenstain Bears book about bedtime to the school.
Well, I think no matter where that book ends up, it's helping somebody.
It's helping
So
someone.
whether it's a home, or a library, or a school, or a Goodwill, eventually that book is going to get in someone's hand and hopefully teach them how to read.
That's it.
Okay, so anyway, my point being, round up.
Please
round up, because I'll hear somebody. I'll be behind somebody in line,
and they say no.
And the total will be $9.98, and they'll go, "Would you like to round up?" And they're like, "No." The 2 cents. The 2 cents. Now, to Matt's point, maybe it's because they've already done their research. They don't agree with this charity. They don't align with it.
Could
whatever.
be. I think
and they don't want the 2 cents.
Yeah.
Do I think that that's happening more than not? No. I just think that you're saying, no, I don't want to give the 2 cents. And to me, that seems crazy.
It seems Ebenezer.
Oh boy, it's giving Grandpa Joe.
It's giving Joe. It's giving Scrooge. I don't like that.
I don't.
And other people around you are hearing. They are listening. And Jesus is also there next to you as well. And he hears it too.
So is Santa.
Ooh, he sees you when you sleep. When you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake.
Yeah.
Knows if you've been bad or good.
So be good for goodness sake.
Goodness sake. Gosh, that would be a great podcast title. I'm giving that away for free. For goodness sake.
Because we're not starting another one.
No, I'm giving that to you all here.
For goodness sake,
wow,
that's a
for
great
goodness
one.
Sake. All right, well, for goodness sake, we got to go. Merry Christmas. We will see you Thursday.
For the Wow Words.
For the Wow Words. But then you guys, we're taking a break Christmas week. So just, y'all need to know we're not going to be on the mic.
That's a really good thing to tell them. Because we are giving ourselves a proper 1 week off vacation, which we've never done.
Yeah.
We didn't do it last year.
No.
And it is time.
It's time.
It is time.
It is time.
So don't be annoyed and don't be upset.
Don't be a Scrooge.
Again, you can always go to Patreon.
That's it.
And you can sign up for $6 or $12 and you can get all the content if you're missing us, and then you can automatically cancel. And a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the names, but I see you.
We do see who cancels.
I see you sign up and the 12 minutes later you cancel. And that's fine. You're allowed to do that. You're still going to get 1 month of that. So you're going to have 1 month to still listen to everything, and you haven't forgotten to cancel. That just reminded me I forgot to cancel my Clear.
Okay. So we got to go.
Bye.
To be continued.